Welcome back to Red Hot Wrestling. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another Top 5 Thursday. Excited to bring this one to you, coming towards the end of 2023. So more 2023 related kind of rankings, top fives, like I did in the first one. I mean, that was more 2024, but it's kind of aligning with where we are in the times. Last video was a good video. You should check it out. Um, it was top 5 superstars that should win a World Heavyweight Championship in 2024, in my opinion. Today, we are looking at the top 5 breakout stars of 2023, in my humble opinion. It's going to be a great video. Before we get into the video, you obviously know what to do. Like the video, share the video, comment down below what you think of my list, and most importantly, subscribe, click the notification bell so you're notified when I upload another video. Rocking the Chelsea shirt today because we won yesterday. Believe it or not, Chelsea won a game. Won a game. Yes, it was on penalties, but we'll take it. We'll take it into the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. But I know you guys didn't come here for that. So let's get straight into the video. In at number 5, we have Damian Priest, who's had a really good year. Two-time undisputed tag team champion, won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Obviously, he's not going to successfully cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase, but nonetheless, he won it, and it really took off for him. I don't believe it was in WrestleMania. Pretty sure he wasn't. But that match against Bad Bunny put him in a big prominent position, and he really stepped up and showed that he's someone to be trusted and is a potential world champion in the future, and a guy to be taken seriously and that can be put in those prominent positions and perform. In that pay-per-view Backlash in Puerto Rico, great pay-per-view, great match. The crowd was amazing. The match was good. So really took off for him. Really for years, it was kind of like a mid-carder. He wasn't very interesting. Then George, the Judgment Day and the Judgment Day as a whole. I could have just said the Judgment Day on this list, but I'm not gonna do that. Really took off and had a great year as a whole. But again, Damian Priest for me broke out this year and deserves a spot on this list at number 5. At number 4, we have Rhea Ripley. Yes, mommy herself. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, before this year, she had already won a world title, won it at a Mania and all this. And yes, she had done a lot before this year, but this year really, literally, she broke out as a true superstar and face of the women's division. She's the face of the Raw women's division. Granted, it's not very strong and doesn't have many opponents besides Becky Lynch. I mean, those are the two faces of the division. But other than those two, it's kind of... she really broke out and really became popular and just has this aura about her. She's a badass, and we know why people are obsessed over her. We all are. Let's be honest, we all are. Mommy. The title reign hasn't been great, but put in big positions and probably about to head to a feud with Becky Lynch, most likely, for the title at WrestleMania. It's been a big year for Rhea Ripley. Really made her to be a superstar alongside Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Speaking of Dominic Mysterio, in at number 3 is Dominic Mysterio. All Dom's done this year is improve. That's all he's done. Dom 1000% deserves to be on this list, and what a year it's been. From the beginning of the year, feuding with his dad, really showing him coming into his own, being a part of Judgment Day, having a really good match at WrestleMania with his dad, and then since then, it's just kept on getting better and better. And WWE did a really smart thing where they put him in matches and in places for him to improve. You see on house shows, he's facing Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, all these great workers where he can learn from them. And they put him in a pay-per-view match against Cody. and then goes on to win the North American champion, which again just puts him in a position where he can go down to NXT, improve, get more reps in the ring, on the mic. So all of that, he just keeps on improving. He's on the road a lot. Again, he's just had a great year. He's come to his own, because last year went great. He was nowhere really. He was just Rey Mysterio's son, and now fast forward to this year, he's getting some of the biggest crowd reactions in the whole fucking company. They're booing him out the building. So Dominic, 1000% has had a great year. It's therefore a breakout year, and he 1000% deserves to be on this list as much as anybody. He ain't in the top two though, but definitely deserves to be on this list for what he's done, how much he's improved on the mic, in the ring, as a character worker overall. And it's so refreshing to see his improvement, especially in the ring. And like I said, WWE has really done a really good job in developing him and putting him in the right situations to be successful since he's joined Judgment Day. So all of it has been absolutely perfect, and I could 1000% see him as a future world champion. He was in my honorable mentions in my last video as in terms of people who should win the world title next year, in my opinion. So he's definitely improved, and it's joy to see. Love Dom. In at number 2 is Sami Zayn. Again, he wasn't like Dom in terms of where he was in 2022, in terms of that. Some people were saying Dom need to go back in NXT. It was never that, but he was just mid card still. Wasn't really doing much in terms of 2022, in terms of Sami Zayn. And then he gets into the bloodline, and then the stuff in January, February, the stuff with the bloodline, the Royal Rumble segment after the match in Montreal, the segment with Roman on Raw, the trial of Sami Zayn, I believe it was. And he's really, you know, really became a main eventer, a bona fide main event star. Goes on a main event WrestleMania in a fucking phenomenal match with the Usos, and obviously with Kevin Owens as his partner, and with the Undisputed Tag Team titles. And then has a decent run with them. They had a nice street fight with the Judgment Day when they lost the titles. So Sami Zayn had a great year, broken out. He has become a full blown main event star, a guy that is going to be a world champion, guaranteed. He could be one next year, but you can book it. You can book it. He'll be one by 2025. By 2025, Sami Zayn would either have won or will win a World Heavyweight Championship in that year. So he's had a phenomenal year, and like I said, really shown that he can be a bona fide main event single star on his own. Yes, the back half kind of was stale in comparison with the first half of the year, but then again, what he did with the Bloodline and Elimination Chamber, and then Mania, being tag team champion. But since he's been singles on Raw alone, he's still been put in prominent positions and been booked as a main event star. So Sami Zayn has elevated into a different position than he was in 2022, in 2023, and he's had a really good year. Really good year. So 2024, book it. Sami Zayn could, should, and possibly will be a world champion. Book it. Now we get to the honorable mentions. The first honorable mention we have are the Creed brothers. They just the last couple of weeks, since they have been on the main roster, they have been booked well, really well. And clearly Triple H likes these guys, and I can see why. They have talent in the ring. Their character work, promo work obviously needs work, but that will improve as the years go on. Julius Creed is phenomenal. He's phenomenal. Brutus is good too, but Julius, there's potential there. And man, the Creed brothers just coming off a main event with the Judgment Day for the tag team titles, in which they delivered. They were put in a position, and they were very successful, and they showed that they belong and that they can run with this tag team division on Monday Night Raw. They don't make the list, but look out, 2024, the Creed brothers will have a phenomenal year. They will have a great year, and ones to watch for the future. If I'm being honest, the Creed brothers have been legit. The next honorable mention, Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. I really need to put him in here. I really wanted to put him in here. Obviously, he's an NXT star, hasn't really obviously blossomed in the main roster, but how over he is in NXT, just a joy to see, and could be NXT champion. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, just wanted to give him his little, appreciation. So I'll put him in the video. Trick Williams. Now, top spot number 1. And in at number 1, like I was saying, is LA Knight. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about LA Knight. That you can't see yourself when you look at the crowd reactions he gets every week. Anytime his music comes on, the crowd loses their fucking minds. And when you see what was going on in 2022, not much. I believe it was Maxine Dupree in 2022. And 2023, he's absolutely exploded. I mean, exploded. To a point where Money in the Bank, fans were upset when he didn't win. I was devastated when he didn't win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Devastated. You had a press conference at Night of Champions in Saudi, and people were chanting for LA Knight because he wasn't on the show. It's really a thing to see. He's really over, really good on the mic. He's got the catchphrases. He's got that cadence that works and that fans love. On the mic, in the ring, he's good. Had a prominent main event PLE match with Roman Reigns, and he's only going to continue to build off this going into Mania, winning the United States Championship. In my opinion, is what I see them doing. It's what I think is going to happen if we're making predictions. So yeah, it's been a really, really breakout year for LA Knight. Breakout year like no other. I mean, when you take into comparison what's doing 22 and where it is right now, there's no one that's had that big of a rise, that big of a jump. He went from Maxine Dupree, no one gives a shit, bottom of everything, to a main event guy in this space of a year. I mean, 2023 has been a great year for LA Knight, and it's just going to continue to grow. Like I was saying, it's just going to continue to grow, and I can't wait to be a part of it, to see it, and it's going to be really good. So that is my top 5 list. I hope you guys enjoyed it. 5 was Damian Priest, 4 Rhea Ripley, 3 Dominic Mysterio, 2 Sami Zayn, and at 1 LA Knight. Yeah. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like the video, comment down below your top 5 and what you thought of mine. Subscribe to the channel, click notification bell so you're notified when I upload. And I have a TikTok, which will be down in the description. Go follow it. Post more videos there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.